all the bullets that we're dodging, hide the bones in the garden, never beg for a pardon. Cash in before the house rules, never break from the ground rules. Got too high off our own fumes. We keep playing with fire, knowing it's a dangerous game. Yeah, we keep playing with fire. They can smell it from a mile away. Got some black market romance, body with a cold hand, crimes no one gets away with. Some sins you can't atone for, like gold you trade your soul for. Had enough but gotta have more. We keep playing with fire, knowing it's a dangerous game. Yeah, we keep playing with fire. They can smell it from a mile away. So we keep playing with fire. Never learn, you never learn. Let it burn, let it burn, let it burn. Let it burn, let it burn, let it burn. Never learn, you never learn. Let it burn, let it burn, let it burn. Never learn, you never. We keep playing with fire, knowing it's a dangerous game. Oh, yeah, we keep playing with fire, fire. They can smell it from a mile away. Yeah, we keep playing with fire, knowing it's a dangerous game. Yeah, we keep playing with fire. They can smell it from a mile away. So we keep playing with fire.
Mute. There we go. Now I think you can actually hear me. Good morning, everybody. I am Uncle Mike, your favorite YouTuber's favorite uncle. And here we are on Sunday morning doing a live stream. Haven't done a live stream in a couple of weeks. The reason being is because we have been doing missions in Voyager, our new Camp Teardrop trailer. So please check out those videos on my YouTube channel down in my playlist. That is my Voyager mission playlist down there. But I have gone and I have bought myself now the Xbox Series S. So I have gone into next gen console gaming, so I'm excited about that. And one of the reasons was because I was getting kind of antsy and excited about the next gen games. Really two main games that one that was released, which was Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, and I was enjoying watching live streamers play the game, and I was amazed at the technology that was out there. And then I've also been waiting for Kerbal Space Program 2, because that just fits into really my hobbies, what I thought I would be doing in my life, and so on in terms of aerospace. So I went ahead and bought the Xbox Series S, and I can just tell you that it is amazing. Right out of the box, downloaded Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 and completely satisfied and thrilled with the Xbox Series S and the performance of Microsoft Flight Simulator here on it. So I've kind of been playing around already with this because, well, one thing is just the physical ergonomics of setting up the just the stuff here in terms of my video editing computer, my second monitor, my gaming TV's monitor, all the peripherals that go along with flight sim. You can do it on the controller. Here's my new Xbox Series S controller. But I went ahead and I got a new flight stick and got an old keyboard because there's a lot of keybinds that go on here with playing a simulator that is as realistic and as involved as Microsoft Flight Simulator. So I've done a few, I guess you could say, discovery flights, but mainly I've just been key binding, which works for me in terms of the controller, the keyboard, and now the flight stick. But in Microsoft Flight Simulator, one of the things that is built in the game that looks really, really cool are not only these discovery flights, but also flight training. So I figure why not just go ahead and go back into my ute back when I was, wow, when did I start flight training? Well, I started getting my private pilot's license back in the fall of 1989. Yeah, 1989 at North Air. It was an FBO at Ernest Love Field in Prescott, Arizona. Yes, I've already taken Microsoft Flight Sim over there and checked it out. Amazing. And then I actually did my check ride in the winter, I guess you could say it, right around my birthday, my 19th birthday in 1990. Also from Ernest A. Love Field. So yeah, it's amazing technology here when you look at the Microsoft Flight Sim. So we're going to get into it here, but there is flight training. There's also some other activities or missions that you can do. And so I thought, why not start here with doing the flight training in Microsoft Flight Simulator here on the Xbox Series S. That's kind of where we'll start because I figured people who are much more knowledgeable on the flight sim can perhaps help me out. So one of the things I need to do here is lock my chair. You don't want your chair moving around when you're flying. But maybe they can help me get some pointers. I've watched some YouTube videos trying to get some pointers on YouTube about this, especially when it comes to the Xbox version and what people do. And so one of the I think it's Hudson. So a shout out to you, Hudson, on YouTube. His YouTube videos gave some very interesting tips and hints when it comes to the Xbox version, especially with setting up views. So I've set up my little hat switch on my joystick to give us a better way to look around when we are in the airplane, which makes it much more immersive rather than just these kind of sharp changing view kind of things. So that worked out really good. So, but here is the aircraft that we are in right now. So here we are. This is a little Cessna 152. It's very interesting because I don't think I have any time in a 152. Kind of a big boy. 6'2", 240, 250 pounds. And that's basically the size right here is what you would see even when I was in college, when I got married and everything else back in the 90s. So I never really flew a Cessna 152. It just didn't have the power. Didn't have the power to raise me up. So I flew mostly Cessna 172s, Cherokees, Arrows, that kind of stuff. I did fly a Tomahawk because it had a little bit better payload and stuff like that, but never flew a Cessna 152 in real life. So yeah, it's kind of new, but I like the old school. I like the analog dials and all of that, and not all of the new modern glass cockpits and all of that. And of course, that's really what the game mostly has here is this glass. But here's the Cessna 152 sitting in our hangar. I really like how Microsoft has done this with this hangar view, and as you kind of just sit here, it changes the views and all of that. You can customize your tail number and all that kind of stuff, but it seems to, in the hangar, always revert back to this standard one. At least I haven't been able to figure that out, how you can keep your hangar and keep your tail number here, because we will, when it makes sense, we will change our tail number to November 36, Uncle Mike. Yes, I know that's November 36 uniform Mike, but I can tell you that in my experience of flying, whenever it was like uniform Papa, people almost always said Uncle. So it was like Uncle Papa. So, and again, it's an identifier and all that kind of stuff. So we will use November 36 Uncle Mike when it makes sense. But I say here we've got our coffee. I've got my coffee here. In a second. Yeah, so I've got my coffee and my go-go juice. All right, so a lot of stuff going on here. I will do my best to try to figure this all out, but of course, my main thing here is you and the community, cousin and Earthling. This is it. So I've kind of kept the same setup here so that you know when I'm talking right at you, and then obviously when I'm flying, I'll be looking over this way, looking at that cute little Cessna 152 here. That way then you know when I'm talking to you over in the right seat here in the aircraft, because I'll come over here and I'll be like I'm looking. All right, what do you want to do? You want to go, you want to land and stop, go to McDonald's, get some french fries? So I've also went ahead and I have moved my camera here on the screen. I still have the larger view, but when you go into third person view, it really kind of helps to have the smaller version here. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that smaller version here once we go into third person view. So, all right, so let's go ahead and load up here our flight training. So bear with me here as I work through the keys and all this. So, all right, flight training, here it is right down here. I don't have a mouse set up, so the controller is actually your mouse to move your cursor here. So luckily, I've been Xbox gaming, so my left thumb is highly maneuverable. So, all right, so basic handling. Load it up. Introductions. And again, you know, I'm kind of in my head, I'm kind of versed in the old what we need to do when it comes to aircraft and fly and all that, but I just thought it would be fun to go ahead and do the flight training. But you know, you might learn something of the user interface or UI here on Microsoft Flight Sim. So that's why I thought it would be good to start with flight training. So that's what we're going to do here. All right, so let's get back in and let's find out what this is going to do here. All right, so here we are. I've kind of figured out some of the UI, I guess I shall say. But I'm not sure if I can change. I change the air. No, I can't change the aircraft. And so when you see this here, so it's what aircraft. We're here in the Cessna 152. We're at Sedona. The reason why I've already known that the game really focuses on Sedona. It's a beautiful place. I've actually got takeoff and landings at Sedona in real life. So looks like we are going to be airborne at 1,000 feet. So I would imagine that's going to be 1,000 feet AGL or above ground level, because and I think Sedona is probably it's almost a mile high. A little bit less than Prescott, Arizona, but I think it's something like 4,800 feet above sea level or something like that. Looks like a nice day. And so it says in this lesson, we're going to focus on some basic stuff, opening up. So basically, it looks like UI stuff is what we are going to do here. So, all right, well, let's go ahead and see what it tells us to do. All right, some reason the controller decided to randomly vibrate there on the table. I've also done something new also, I guess I'll let you know, is I actually have my microphone on a boom now, so I think that that might help with some of the background noise and stuff like that, but we'll still see. All right. Look, I mean, this is right out of the box here. So this is the graphics right out of the box on the Xbox Series S. So if you are here and you are considering getting either an Xbox Series S or an Xbox Series X, I will tell you that I was waiting to get an Xbox Series X for the extra, right, the power and all of this. And again, I was really waiting for two games: Flight Sim, Kerbal Space Program, DOS. I am thrilled and completely satisfied with the just the hour or so that I have been here in Flight Sim. I mean, look. I mean, just look. Absolutely amazing graphic. Completely satisfied. Amazing. So, yeah. So far, you'll see the performance here as we actually get into the aircraft. So here we go, ready to fly.
Welcome to Sedona. I'm Captain Jess Molina, and I'll be your instructor. For this lesson, we're going to start on the ground and focus on some basic concepts. Fundamentals every pilot needs to know before hitting the skies. This is your plane, a classic, the Cessna 152. Take a look around it.
All right. So I have already set this up, so you guys are going to see some a difference that I've already done. So I've already
In the simulator,
programmed this in.
anytime you want, you can easily switch to cursor mode.
So this is my hat. So I've already done this based on Huddison's video. It looks really good here. And then to go into cursor mode, you click the left stick.
The cursor is handy for interacting with menus and cockpit controls or instruments. As you can see, activating the cursor also displays the toolbar. The toolbar is a quick access menu that allows you to control various aspects of the simulation. Try to find and open the basic controls panel. The basic controls panel is a useful reminder of the button layout for the devices you're currently using. Now try to find and open the camera panel in the toolbar. The camera panel allows you to access the various views and camera modes of the simulation. Go ahead and close all the panels for now.
So sitting right here, I have just discovered this showcase camera. And I'm not really sure if I like the terminology, but basically it's a drone. So that right there is amazing in itself. A drone? Yeah, pretty cool. All right, so close everything up.
Right now, we are in the external view mode. Let's switch to cockpit view next. In front of you is the yoke, the primary means of controlling the aircraft. In the simulation, you'll be controlling the aircraft with your peripherals of choice. So let's hide the yoke for now.
Oh, weird.
Some instruments allow multiple interactions. For example, rotating a dial clockwise or counterclockwise. In these cases, you need to lock the cursor onto them in order to interact. For example, take a look at the clock in the middle of the dashboard. Go ahead and lock the cursor on it. Now change the clock time. You can unlock the cursor once you're ready.
Moving the right stick.
For now, we're done with the cursor, so go ahead and hide it. All right, as we've seen, when you want to look around you, it's easy to rotate the camera. But you can also move it freely in the cockpit to get a better view of anything you want to see, even through a window to look outside. Pro tip, once you find a camera position you like, you can save a shortcut to easily get back to that view anytime.
All right, that's cool. So I tell you, fly right here when you're flying, this view, like leaning forward and looking like that right there. So let's go ahead and
Now, reset the camera to its original position. Then try switching to your custom one again.
all right. So I've programmed in reset to that, and now.
All right, that covers all the main camera functions available in the simulation.
Right.
Try to familiarize yourself with them a bit more. Then reset the camera
So
to
got
its
a lot of
original
more
position
stuff to do here
whenever you're
with
done.
trying to go ahead and
Great.
woo, winning. So there we go. All right. Well, got that all figured out right there, huh? But yeah, there's so much you can do. I've got a keyboard, so I've actually programmed in a couple views and then also map those to keyboard and stuff, or to joystick. So that way then, because I just know that looking around and controlling your head, especially when you're on final approach and stuff like that, on the joystick is fairly important. So, all right. Here we go. Looks good. All right. Aircraft Essentials. Here we go. So some of this, that if you just buy this right out of the box, you might not have exactly the same controls and so on, because again, I've already kind of remapped some of the controls. So, all right, I am not going to use the cursor. I'm going to hit the little hamburger button and get right into it. But I can tell you right now that Flight Simulator does a fantastic job. Even this version, like even seeing this screen right here, does a fantastic job of making it where somebody brand new to flying can really use this to learn, have fun. Yeah, it would be. It's a great learning tool. It's just absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Let's get you familiar with the aircraft, a Cessna 152, and a few commands to navigate it through the
All right,
skies.
do this.
In front of you is the yoke. The yoke is like a steering wheel, more or less. Turn it left or right to control the ailerons and bank the aircraft into turns. Look at the trailing edge of the wings while turning the yoke to see the effect on the ailerons. Okay.
I'm using the controller right now for this.
Now, the difference between the yoke and a steering wheel is you can pull or push on the yoke. This controls the elevator at the back of the aircraft to make it climb or descend. Look at the horizontal stabilizer while you pull on the yoke. You can see how it affects the elevator.
Ooh, yeah.
Nice.
Controls are free.
Down at your
Cool.
feet are the rudder pedals. They steer the aircraft when you're on the ground. The upper part of the pedals also control your brakes. In the air, they control the rudder at the end of the vertical stabilizer to yaw the aircraft. This is mostly for small corrections, for coordinating turns or compensating for a plane's tendency to pull left during takeoffs and climbs. Look at the vertical tail while operating the pedals to see the effect on the rudder. Great. Last but not least, the throttle is located near the center of the cockpit. Pushing forward will increase power. Pulling back will decrease power. First, look at the throttle and select it. Keep it selected and push it forward to increase power. Power is increased. Now, pull it back to decrease power. Power is decreased. Now we'll do the same without focusing on it. Deselect the throttle. Look away from the throttle and increase power. Set your throttle to idle. Excellent.
Easy.
When the engine
Easy.
is on, you'll be able to see the power change on your RPM indicator. You'll find it on the right side of the dashboard. This tells you how fast the engine is spinning in hundreds of revolutions per minute. Next, take a look at your current speed on the airspeed indicator. It's on the left in the main instrument panel. It measures the speed in knots. To check your altitude, look to the altimeter. It's on the right side of the main instrument panel. The altimeter has 3 hands, similar to a clock. The long, thick pointer indicates 100-foot intervals. The short, thick one is 1,000-foot intervals, and the long, thin one, 10,000-foot intervals. That's all for today. Next time, we'll see how it feels in the air.
We're going flying. So one of the things I have not really explored with here is kind of like zooming in to look at. So that's one thing. So all right, looking good. We're progressing through. We're learning, especially the user interface here. All right, here we go. Short flight. Do this. Let's do this. All right, 6,400 feet. Let's listen. Quick look around. Smart cam. Okay. I think I know what smart cam is. We shall see. Pitch up and down and turns. Okay, let's go flying. Let's go flying. Boom. Go find out that's a shout out to somebody. Let's go flying. Boom. Hey, Corey. All right. Looking good. Did notice that my tail number was November 36. Uncle Mike, though. There it is. Look at that. November 36, Uncle Mike. There it is right there. All right. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and... All right.
I've got to say, you chose a great day to go
Yeah, look at
flying.
that. Beautiful. There's Sedona right there, 1 o'clock.
We'll get started with some basic
Okay.
controls.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
First things first, let's get familiar with your surroundings.
Okay.
Out your side windows, you can see we have great visibility over Sedona today.
All right. It looks like I'm going to have to do the quick view. So, quick view is this.
This is Red Rock
There we
territory.
go.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Yep. Basically straight ahead. Over there's Cottonwood and Jerome.
Sedona Airport. The runway should be a pretty easy landmark to find.
All right. I think Smart Cam is right there.
There you
Yep.
go. Visual confirmation on the
There
airport.
we go. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I like that. So, like I said, I've got a few views, so you can use the hat stick here to look around. I've got basically kind of like dash cam, dash view right here. Then I've also programmed in kind of looking forward and looking out. That's really like when you're on short final. So, and then reset. So I have programmed in some things, again, like I said, the dash kind of view right here. I mean, I'm a tall guy, so, you know, I look over, you know, that's kind of, on this little Cessna, that's what I would get right there, so. Yeah, very nice, very nice. And then you got the smart cam, so there it is, it's locked down.
We already talked about basic controls while we were on the
Okay.
ground. Time to see how it all feels in
Let's
the
do
air.
this.
The aircraft is currently set to a cruise attitude, the position it should be in for regular flight. All right, now let's try banking into a turn by moving the yoke. I'll go first.
You can go standard rate. Is that what you're gonna do? Standard rate? Yeah, a little, oh, okay, good, nice, okay. Looking good. Look at that. Look at that.
As a general rule, you always want to keep your turns under 30 degrees. Go ahead and try rolling to the right.
All right, here we go.
You have
Oh,
controls. Turn right, toward the city of Sedona. Excellent. As we're flying towards Sedona, let's try climbing up and down. Gently pull on the yoke to climb. Give it a try. Excellent.
Yeah. Huh?
For the descent, it's the same principle, except you're pushing on the
Pushing.
yoke.
Push it real good.
Go ahead. Gently pitch down. That's good. Okay, time to find the airport again. Look around, and when you found it, make a turn in that direction.
Got it. Huh? Yeah. I got it. It's right down there below us.
Excellent.
Damn right.
Now that you're more familiar with
Some
the aircraft and
some
the
cows say I got
surroundings,
the it factor.
the next step is to go deeper into handling and
Go
techniques.
deeper.
Soon enough, you'll be able to enjoy trips all on your
Oh
own.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my god. What happened? What happened? How did I lose 29 points? I am highly disappointed with myself. All right, what do we lose it in? Pitching up and pitching down, looks like. Oh, yep, we lost there right there. All right, well, we'll take it. We'll take it. We didn't crash. Everything's looking good. All right, go with attitude. You gotta have a good attitude. You gotta always have a good attitude. What is this? All right, attitude refers to nose. Yep, got it. Descent. Attitude. All right, I see what it's saying. I think cruise attitude, descent attitude. All right, just saying where the horizons. Okay, gotcha. I like it. I like what they're trying to teach us. We're trying to learn here. Like that. Oh, so gotta get ready to fly.
To help demonstrate pitch, I've drawn 3 lines on the windshield.
Gotcha.
Notice how the middle line matches the horizon while we're flying level.
Sort of.
This is the cruise attitude.
Sort of does.
The lower dotted line is the climb attitude, and the upper one is the descent attitude.
Gotcha. Understand.
Let's dig deeper into what that means. Pull back gently on the yoke until the climb attitude line matches the horizon. Then maintain that attitude.
I'm gonna dial in some trim here.
According to your altimeter, we're gaining altitude.
You know we are.
But we're losing airspeed, proving you can't avoid basic physics while making a
Nope,
climb.
can't avoid physics.
Excellent. Now let's level back out. Our speed is increasing and our altitude is stable. All right. Push gently on the yoke until the descent attitude line matches the horizon.
Let's do this.
Then maintain that attitude.
All right. Come on. A little bit of down trim.
As expected, with a nose down attitude, our altitude is decreasing while
Looking
our
good.
speed is picking up. Great. Okay, bring us back to level flight. Now your speed is decreasing and your altitude is stable. That's good.
I dialed
That was excellent.
in a little bit of rudder
Being
there.
able to maintain a precise and stable attitude is key to performing all types of maneuvers.
Oh, oof. But I got the A. Because I'm an A student, people. I'm an A student all the way. Okay. So. Okay. All right, what else? Okay, yeah. Didn't do so good on the old pitch down to descent. Ooh, the level off. Ooh. But I can tell you, I've already raised the seat, so I've changed the position of my eyes. So that's one of the things. Ooh, man, I almost did not get an A on that one, but we got the A, so let's move on. Let's go ahead and make it a standard that we are going to get A's on these. All right, what have we got? Okay, we've got 4 more lessons. Turns, rolling. All right, got it. Okay. Okay, yep, got it. Okay. Get it. Watch out for the old slipstream there. Got it. I got it. Okay, I got the ball. Roger ball. Okay, here we go. Let's do this, Wallet. Let's do this. I got our little Cessna 152. We are ready to go. Again, this is I haven't done anything. This is right out of the box. Xbox Series S, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Performance is looking good. Thought there was a little bit of drop frames or something, a little glitch there on the stream. So, but here we go. Ready to fly? Yeah, I'm ready to fly. Ready to fly. Okay.
For this lesson, we're going to use a line drawn on the windshield to indicate the cruise attitude.
Okay, got it.
I also added another dotted line to help you bank properly for left turns.
Got it.
Gently move the yoke to the left until the dotted line matches up with the horizon. Then maintain that bank.
Here we go. Looking good, huh? You like that? Like that, sports fans?
Excellent. Now let's see you level back out. All right. For the next step, turning to the right, let's see how you do on your own without any markings. At the top of your attitude indicator, there's a series of notches representing 10 degrees each.
Got it.
As a general rule, you You always want to keep your turns under 30 degrees.
Roger that. Under 30 degrees.
Start banking right until you're lined up with the second notch to the right on the attitude
All right.
indicator. Then maintain that 20-degree bank while remaining at the same altitude until I ask you to stop.
I think it's pretty good there. I think we're doing good. I like it. Oh yeah, she's gonna be like, nice. Nice. Nice.
Level us back out now.
I'm sorry. Nice. That was excellent. I had to do some altitude, but it's all right.
Great.
That was just great. Oh my god. What's going on here? What's going on?
Wow, great job.
What the hell? Why would she say things like, great, nice job? It's an A. It's an A. I think I might need to get another flight instructor here. Seems like she's not into it today. You know? I need good feedback. You know, I need good feedback. Immediate, right? I need you know, positive feedback. None of this though. It's fine. That's good. That's great. I don't need that. You know what I need is, you know, something like amazing. Okay. Power settings. Let's do this. All right. Oh, yeah, I don't know what the button is for carb heat. Okay.
Let's talk about the throttle. If you have the need for speed, then the throttle's for you. Full control over the power output of the engine. In the Cessna 152, that relates directly to the RPM displayed on the tachometer.
Yep, got it.
Pull back on the throttle to reduce RPM to 1800. Look how your speed and altitude are also decreasing.
Not me, honey. I could add in trim.
Excellent. Okay, let's throttle back up to 2400 RPM. Your speed is increasing now. As long as you maintain the same attitude, your altitude will keep climbing as well.
Yep, I got it down there. So 100 feet per minute. Oh, you want me to look down? Okay, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Like it's.
That was excellent.
Yeah. See, that's what I need.
With piston planes like this Cessna, it's common to have power targets defined in RPM.
This is bad. This is. No. Look what she docked me on now. She docked me on now. What's she? Increase. Got the A though. All right. Straight and level flight. Managing trim. Okay. So, Dane Flat, if you're out there in the, intraweb, Twitterverse, the Twitchverse, the YouTube algorithm, if you're out there, you'll understand this when I say you got to manage the trim. All right, let's go fly. All right, I'm getting some warnings here about the audio bit rate. Not really sure what's going on there, so I might have to examine my connection. Because I am getting current bit rate on the old audio here. I'm not really sure what's going on, but I will have to investigate that in the future. So, not really sure. Might have to hear inside here. I'm in the real world. I might have to get a new router or something over here. I think it's what I'm gonna have to do because I'm wireless right now, and I'm getting every once in a while I'm getting here bit rate problems. So, but I'll be able to look this back and see what's going on. All right, let's go fly.
In this lesson, let's take a look at the relationship between attitudes and power settings. Attitude plus power equals performance. We are currently at 5,500 feet in a cruise attitude. The aircraft's nose is positioned under the horizon and cruise power is at 2,300 RPM. Try to reduce power to 2,000 RPM while maintaining 5,500 feet. Great. You probably noticed, to maintain altitude, you need to pitch the nose up. You could just
I'm gonna have
keep
to change my
pulling on the yoke to hold
sensitivity on the
steady,
joystick too.
but that's not really a precise means of control.
Okay.
Probably better to adjust your trim wheel until you don't need to push or pull on the yoke. Drag the trim down when you need to set the nose up. Drag it up to set the nose down.
Oh, I'm in descent.
Try adding trim to keep us at 5,500 feet without increasing throttle. Nice. Increase power to 2,300 RPM while maintaining 5,500 feet. Get us back to a cruise attitude. Excellent. Now, adjust the trim.
I'm working on it. Working on it. Oh, yeah, a little bit of this. A little bit of this. Good. Oh, that's not. Oh god.
Wow. Great
Oh, there we
job.
go. Okay.
The way
Yeah.
I was taught, when you adjust the trim, you make course changes at first to remove pressure on the yoke. Then small adjustments to find the perfect setting to keep your desired attitude. If you feel your pitch slipping and need to get back to the proper attitude, don't
Joystick's
worry.
way
Just
too
pull on
sensitive
the
right now.
yoke
Just
and
way
dial
too
in the
sensitive.
right trim. That's the key to straight and level flight.
Okay. Got the A. We got the A there, but a little tough there. A little tough. It's just the sensitivity on the joystick. I mean, it's like an F-16 joystick. I'm just like just a little bit. I'm really having to use trim there. So, all right, let's see what we got now. What's the 7th? Oh no, this is it. Attitude test. Attitude test. All right. Here we go. Attitude test. All right, what do we got here? This test will review attitude by climb, by continuing climb, blah blah. Okay, let's do this. Come on, come on, let's do it. Oh, I'm ready for this. So I got to work on sensitivity on the joystick. That's so far that's the biggest learning here that's going on. Is I've got to get the joystick you know, because of my oldness. All right, I'm ready.
The art of maneuvering a plane through the air isn't a mystery to you anymore. Now it's time to test the skills you've learned. As you can see, we're cruising at 6,000 feet on a north heading of 360 degrees. Start by descending to 5,500 feet while maintaining a northerly heading. While descending, reduce throttle to avoid overspeed.
All right, on the north heading, looking good. Got a nice 600 foot per minute descent. I got 5,600 feet. Once it's down to 5,500. All right. Nice descent. There we go. Dial in some now cruise throttle.
Right.
Pitch back up. Need a little bit of elevator.
Now climb to 6,000 feet and turn to a south heading. On the Cessna 152, you need full power to climb effectively.
All right, full power. Got a nice climb. I'm gonna dial in. Oh, a little bit. See how sensitive that is. All right, do a right turn here. Nice, easy. Let's go 20 degrees, huh? Come on. 20 degrees. There we go. Nice climb. How's the speed? Full throttle. Looking good. I like it. Maintain that about 500-600 feet per minute. Woo, woo, woo. Look at that. Look how steady this is. Okay, once that's to 6,000 feet. All right. All right, a little bit before here, maybe about 50 feet before. Let's go ahead and come off the throttle. Got to continue our turn. 6,000 feet, looking good. I like it. Stop the descent. There we go. Coming up. Let's go ahead and roll out onto a south heading. Oh.
Nice.
Let's go get some pitch trim.
All right, next exercise. Maintain your heading of 180 degrees. Stay at 6,000 feet and adjust your airspeed to 80 knots.
I'm at 80 knots.
All right. That was excellent.
Amazing. I got the A right out of the box. All right, where do we? Oh, descent. A little off in the descent. Turn while climbing. Mastery. Pretty good. Reduced power. So man, I'll take it. 100% mastered. Basic. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Before we jump into takeoff and landing. I gotta have a little bit of cold, nasty coffee. Ugh. All right. Takeoff and landing. I think we'll probably work our way through some of this. What else we got here? I haven't even looked at this. Let's see what we got. VFR, airliner training. Okay, so that's what I'm looking. I was just looking at the menu here. I'll look at the menu here. So takeoff and landing, VFR navigation. Absolutely. We'll get to the airliner training, but I mean, look at, huh? I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, look right back over here, right? Here's Flamingo right back here, right? My little E-glider. Thank you, Don. I am old school, right? So the whole airliner thing and all that, it seems like the majority of flight simulars are all, well, the ones that I see are into the airliner thing. I'm gonna stick mainly with either general aviation, but it looks as if coming up here pretty soon we're gonna get a free add-on for Flight Sim that looks like it included F-18, amazing aircraft. So I think that's in line with the new Top Gun Maverick movie coming out. But that looks amazing. So we're going to check that out. So, all right, let's get back here into Flight Sim. Let's load up takeoff and landing. So what we got? We got taxiing, takeoff, dead stick landing. Oh, wow. Landing without elevator. Got it. Landing, downwind, first solo. I remember those days. All right, Sedona. Taxiing. All right, let's do this. This taxi. Here we go. Come on now. All right, so to me, rudder is the rotational axis on the joystick. And that's the way that my hands position and stuff. A lot of times when I just move the joystick, if I just kind of like really, grip onto it, it's really not really what you should do. It should be very light on the controls. Is I actually add in rudder. So gotta practice that. Gotta practice not doing that. So all right, ready to fly. Here we go.
Let's take a moment to talk about taxiing. Taxiing refers to moving the aircraft on the ground under its own power. In particular, getting from the ramp out to the hold short point on the edge of the
Parking
runway.
brake set.
Steering on the ground is managed through the rudder pedals. That's right. Unlike driving a car, we turn by using our feet. Okay, ready? With the throttle idle, release your parking brake.
All right, let's take a look. Parking brake release.
Okay. Now, gently increase throttle to get the aircraft moving. Go easy on your throttle. Use your rudder pedal to turn left and enter the taxiway. As you increase power, watch the tachometer and make sure to stay around 1,000 RPM.
Just tap the brake. I was going to tap the brakes.
Now test the brakes.
Brakes good?
Good. Brakes checked. Taxi to the next exit, then come to a stop. Remember to control your speed with throttle and brakes. See the crossing in front of us? Stop before it as if traffic was coming off the runway.
Looking good, huh? Let me give you some different views if that lets me. Yeah, see? And then we can stick it. Reset. Yeah, I like it. Go back in the cockpit. I need to figure out how to calibrate the joystick. I mean, it might be there's a little bit of wind or something. I'm not really sure. All right, blue box. Blue box. Let's come off the throttle.
All right, taxi to holding point Alpha 1
Alpha 1.
next. It's at the far end of the airport near the head of runway 21. Stay as close as possible to the taxiway center marked by the yellow line, and watch your speed.
Looking good, like it. That she mentioned 1,000 RPMs. Let's go ahead and do that, huh? Yep, I have been in the real world. I have been on this taxiway. I have landed both on runway 3 and 21 at Sedona. Oh, we got a little uphill, I think. Yep, definitely was an uphill right there. It increased a little bit more throttle. Yeah, but absolutely completely satisfied here with Microsoft Flight Simulator on the Xbox Series S. Absolutely amazing. Go ahead and reset the view there a little bit.
After the right turn, come to a stop before the hold short point and prep for takeoff.
Yeah, we ought to go on the run up. We haven't even done a run up yet. Haven't even done a run up yet. Woohoo.
You mastered that lesson. The next challenge will be to keep the aircraft under control while at full throttle for takeoff.
We got this. We got this. Oh. Oh, yeah, I'll go there. I'll go there once they release the F-18. All right, there we go. All right, here we go. Takeoff. Come on now. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Look at that. Look at the graphics. 55 knots. 55 knots. 55 knots. Let's do this. Let's get in the. Let's go fly a Cessna 152 up above Sedona. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. This is having my Xbox One X and having it limited, and then go ahead just yesterday getting the Series S. Downloading Flight Sim here.
There's an old saying I like. A mile of road will take you a mile. A mile of runway will take you anywhere. Taking off isn't hard.
Who says
but
that?
There are a few key points to remember.
Ooh.
First, we always take off into the wind, which won't be an issue on a calm day like today. Second, before we enter a runway, we always make sure it's clear. Check to the right to see if a vehicle is on the runway, and to the left to make sure no other planes are approaching.
Okay. Looks good. Looks good.
Everything looks good. No cross
Nope, no cross traffic. I don't see anything. Nope, they're looking good. We're looking good.
Now slowly taxi onto the runway and align the plane with the center line. Then stop your plane just after the number 21.
Yeah, brakes on? Nope, doesn't look like brakes are on. All right, there we go. Oh, yeah.
Excellent.
Excellent.
All right, let's do this. Apply full power and I'll walk you through the
Just a
takeoff
second.
as we go.
Yep, looks like we got takeoff trim. All right, here we go. There we go.
Use your rudders to stay on the center line and keep pushing power until you reach 55 knots.
Okay, got it. Got it. Got it. Airspeed's alive. 35. All right, I got 40.
Good. Now gently pull back on the yoke.
55. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Little up trim.
Pull back on the yoke to take off.
Trust me, we're taking off.
And we're
Yep.
airborne.
Let's go ahead and reset that view. There we go.
Line up the top of your instrument panel so it's a couple of inches above the horizon.
75 knots.
That'll pitch us up and set a good climb attitude. Focus on flying straight. Use your rudders to keep the runway heading of 210 degrees.
Yep, got it.
Maintain 75 knots and we'll reach reach our target altitude of 5,500 feet.
5,500 feet. Got it. 75 knots. All right, we're going good. Looking excellent here. 75 knots. Whew, 800 feet per minute. Another day like today. Out in Arizona. Must be a cold day. Got good density altitude. All right, coming up 5,400 feet. We are 210 on the heading. Yep, gotta do something with the old joystick sensitivity.
Maintain 75 knots and climb to 5,500 feet. Okay, 5,500 feet. You've reached your target altitude. Good job.
Thank you. What? 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 A bee? I'm sorry. A bee? Takeoff, maintain 75 knots, will maintain alignment with the runway until reaching. I'm sorry. But it was literally, I thought it was literally perfect. We're doing that again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There's no way in hell that was a bee. I mean, what was off? I mean, really, what was off? I'm trying to think. What was? Maybe the speed? Heading seemed good. I was right on. Man, I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's do this.
There's an old saying I like. A mile of road will take you a mile. A mile of runway
I don't know
will
who
take
says
you
that.
anywhere. Taking off isn't
Who
hard,
would say?
but there are a few key points to remember. First, we always take off into the wind, which won't be an issue on a calm day like
calm
today.
day.
Second, before we enter a runway, we always make sure it's clear. Check to the right to see if a vehicle is on the runway, and to the left to make sure no other planes are approaching. Everything looks good.
Looks
No
good.
cross
No cross traffic.
Go ahead and taxi into
All right,
position.
taxi in position. Here we go.
Now slowly taxi onto the runway and align the plane with the center line. Then stop your plane just after the number 21.
All right, she put me a box. So go ahead, taxi out here. Maybe that's what. Get in the box here. I didn't even notice the box last time. All right.
Excellent.
Going for the day. Going for the day. I'm an A
All
student.
right, let's do this. Apply full power and I'll walk you through the takeoff as we go.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
Use your rudders to stay on the center line and keep pushing power until you reach 55 knots.
Okay, center line. Got it. Center line. Airspeed's alive. Airspeed's alive.
Good.
45.
Now gently pull back on the yoke.
All right. Airborne. A little bit of nose up trim. Not throttle. Trim.
Pull back on the yoke and we're
Yep.
airborne.
Accelerate.
Line up the top of your instrument panel so it's a couple of inches above the horizon. That'll pitch us up and set a good
Alright, I
climb
think that's-
attitude. Focus on flying straight. Use your rudders to keep the runway heading of 210 degrees. Maintain 75 knots and we'll reach our target altitude of 5,500 feet in no time.
That is looking good. Maybe a little bit fast. I'm not really sure. Looking good. I like this. Maybe a little slow there. Dial in a little bit more trim.
Maintain 75 knots and climb to 5,500
5,500
feet.
feet. Come back on the throttle a little bit.
Okay, 5,500 feet. You've reached your target altitude. That was a nice takeoff.
There we go. That is what I'm talking about. Amazing. All right, we got our A there. All right, what's next in the old flight training here? Okay, come on. Dead stick landing. Line up in the nose. Line up the nose thing. In the runway, this is manage speed and glide path and final approach. Flare, touchdown, brake. Okay, here we go. Dead stick landing. Okay. While approach, you can extend more flaps to increase lift and drag, allowing you to fly slower and land more. Okay. All right. I think I've got this. I got this. Okay. Okay. Getting real now. Because there is a saying in flying that is, right? That flying is the second greatest thrill known to man. Landing is the first. Okay.
For this landing exercise, I want you to focus on the yoke only. We're close enough to the runway to land safely without adding any throttle. Maintain a speed of around 65 knots. Pitch
65
down
knots.
if you're going too slow.
What's up,
Pitch
Kona?
up if you're too fast.
65 knots. Alright, I like it. Align with the runway. Yeah, it looks like I'm aligned with the runway. There we go.
Keep your airspeed at 65 knots. When you're 10 feet above the runway, it's time to flare. To flare means to raise the nose of the aircraft to slow your descent for a softer landing, but without ever leveling off or climbing.
Got it, got it.
The main landing gear will touch down before the nose wheel does.
Maybe a little fast now. I like it though.
We're coming up on flare height. Resist the temptation to pull back. Now focus on the end of the runway and pull back slightly on the yoke to aim the nose just above it.
Oh, oh.
Nice. Now apply the brakes to slow us down and bring the plane to a stop.
It looks real good here.
That was excellent.
First time. First time. Right out of the box. Alright, how we doing on flight training here? How we doing? Landing without elevator. Okay, here we go. In this training session, we'll be placing conditions. Okay, manage glide path and final approach. Too high, reduce throttle, aiming point, threshold. All right, got it, got it. Okay, I think I got it. I think I got it. I think I got it, peoples. I think I got it. I think I got it. All right, I got it. Power, power, pull. Ghost pull up. Oh, cougar! Cougar! All right, here we go.
In landing exercise, I want you to focus on staying on the glide path using the throttle only. Smooth action on the throttle is key for remaining on the correct glide path. If you find yourself too high, reduce your power. If you're too low, increase it. Remember though, always make soft corrections.
Okay, I got the airplane.
You don't want to overcompensate.
Alright, we're lining with the runway. Oh, I don't have. I have left and right, but I do not have. I don't think I have. No, I don't have pitch. Okay, this feels weird then.
Now you can use the elevator to land.
Oh, well, this is too jerky. Oh no, that was weird. Not having the full control. I'm real slow. Real slow here. Cousin, I'm real slow. This scare right here.
Reduce throttle to idle. Now focus on the end of the runway and pull back slightly on the yoke to aim the nose just above it. Nice. Now apply the brakes to slow us down and bring the plane to a stop.
Oh, this is total failure here. It's so weird not to have pitch.
That was excellent.
Oh, I'll tell you, it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. Okay. Well, as you can see, we got our A. But it was horrible. We did it, but I'm not really satisfied. But we're gonna move on. Combine throttle and yoke, land safely. Okay, come on, bring it on, bring it on. All right, flare, 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 flare. Just kind of getting an overview there. What we need to do. Go ahead and. So 65 knots, still telling us 65 knots on the old airspeed here with the Cessna 152. That is Sedona, though. That is Sedona. Taking a helicopter up onto one of those mesas. Right after Cindy and I were married. Okay, here we go. All right, airport in sight.
My first instructor used to say, the best part of flying is landing in one piece.
You know, the saying is, any landing you walk away from is a good landing.
Us in for a safe landing. And I've already set us up in landing configuration at 65 knots with 10 degrees of flaps and idle power. Keep your aim point on the runway threshold. When you're 10 feet above the runway, it's time to flare.
$55 knots. That's one thing about, oh, we're a little low. Low power. One thing about if you really get yourself trimmed up and set up, and you know, unless you're in really kind of gusty conditions and wind and all that kind of stuff, then you know it shouldn't be any problems. You know, it should be just a nice, you know, really a nice approach, comfortable, all this. So right now, pretty comfortable here. I'm just kind of trying to maintain attitude. I like the attitude I've got here. I'm a little slow. Dial in some power. Maintain the attitude, which will then, maintaining attitude will just change our glide path. So everything's looking pretty good. Back on the throttle now here just a little bit. Looking good, I like it. Trying to get back on. God, there is a sink in the real world. There's a sink right here at the end of runway 3 here, like this, in the real world, because of the shape of the the topography there. All right, we're high now.
Reduce throttle to idle. Now focus on the end of the runway and pull back slightly on the yoke to aim the nose just above it. Nice. Now apply the brakes to slow us down and bring the plane to a stop.
Not too bad. I mean, hey, you know, I'll take it.
That
Yeah.
was excellent.
Excellent. Excellent. Come on now. You know, at least she's had an attitude adjustment there. I mean, you can see we got our A. Not too good there on the old glide slope. Stopping the aircraft. Okay. Okay, you know. But it seems as if she's had an attitude adjustment here, so that's good. That's good. All right, let's see here. What we got? Takeoff and landing still. Let's go ahead and see what's next on the old agenda here. A downwind. Follow a traffic pattern to prepare for landing. Okay, let's do this. All right, downwind. All right, stay there, stay there. On base, start the descent. Flaps as required. Okay, here we go. Oh, this looks like us all the way here. All right, here we go. All right, a good distance from the runway and climbing. You can judge by seeing the runway. All right, here we go. Here we go.
Okay, we're currently flying on the downwind leg at the standard traffic pattern altitude of 6,000 feet. It's a flight path parallel to the landing runway, but in the opposite direction. In downwind, you want to start preparing for landing. That means setting your speed and flaps configuration. Reduce speed to 80 knots. Maintain constant altitude and heading. The flaps provide extra lift at the expense of additional drag. This extra lift allows flying at a lower airspeed. Flaps allow for smoother and shorter landings. Go ahead and extend 10 degrees of flaps, all while maintaining current altitude.
All right, we gotta get back to 80 knots here.
We're gonna fly past the end of the runway here. Keep going until you see it at a 45-degree angle behind you. That's your cue to turn left onto the base leg.
Got it. All right, 6,000 feet. I'm showing 6,000 feet. All right, we're about to hit base, I think. But I think it's telling us to go to that dot there.
Turn left onto the base leg.
There we go. And left on the base. We really got the trim not set up very well here. Kind of all over the place here.
Try to maintain 1400 RPM.
All right.
That'll also keep our speed around 65 knots. Keep an eye on the runway as we get ready for our final turn. Turn left on
All
the
right, turn
final.
left on final. All right, here we go.
Make your left turn onto final.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm high.
Keep a stabilized approach and prepare for landing.
All right, flaps is needed, I think. Is that what it said? I'm gonna dial in some more flaps, and I'm high. There we go. Here we go. Speed's coming in. Speed check. Trim check. Glide slope's coming in. Over the fence. A little bit of a balloon here, but we got it, we got it. That sensitivity on that joystick. Sensitivity on that joystick.
Apply the brakes and stop the plane.
Yeah, I've really got to tone down this sensitivity. Kind of all over the place here. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know if that was... See how that does. I don't know.
You followed the traffic pattern well. Good job.
Ugh, I don't like... Oh, yeah, we got to do that again. That was all over the place. That was all over the place. All right, got to get our A. Got to get our A. A. Not satisfied. Not satisfied with that at all. That was all over the place. When it gives me control and stuff like that, it's weird because I look down and the altimeter's not even at 6,000. She's all talking about 6,000 feet. Blah 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 blah. It's slowly dialing in. You'll see that. You'll see that. Here, watch. Look at this. Look at this. Watch. See, look at the altimeter. It's at 5,000. It's showing 5,000.
On the downwind leg at the standard traffic pattern altitude of 6,000 feet. It's a flight path parallel to the landing runway, but in the opposite direction. In downwind, you want to start preparing for landing. That means setting your speed and flaps configuration. Reduce speed to 80 knots. Maintain constant altitude and heading.
See, the altimeter's still coming up. It's at 5,000.
The flaps provide extra lift at the expense of additional drag. This extra lift allows flying at a lower airspeed. Flaps allow for smoother and shorter landings. Go ahead and extend 10 degrees of flaps, all while maintaining current altitude.
That flaps in. You can dial in some more power now.
We're going to fly past the end of the runway here. Keep going until you see it at a 45 degree
I'm just going to
angle
go ahead and not look back over here.
That's your cue to turn left onto the base leg.
Oh, I messed up. I pressed the wrong button. I actually dialed in some more flaps. I'm probably going to dock me now. All right, everything's looking pretty good now. Much more stable here.
Turn left onto the base leg.
Base leg, here we go. All right, base leg coming in now. Okay, here we go. Come on in. $80 knots, looking good. Got a little bit of a descent going in that turn.
Try to maintain 1400 RPM.
All right.
That'll also keep our speed around 65 knots. Keep an eye on the runway as we get ready for our final turn. Turn left onto final.
I think I'm way high now. Go ahead and use our view. There we go. Look at that, huh? Nice. That helped out.
Make your left turn.
All right, we're on final. All right, we're high. I'm going to dial in some more flap.
Keep a stabilized approach and prepare for landing.
A little more flap. Power's coming in. 65 knots. I'm real slow. It's going to dock me so bad on this. Oh, this is not an A flight here. Not an A flight.
apply the brakes and stop the plane.
Did not maintain speed. Very good.
You followed the traffic pattern well. Good job.
See. There wasn't even an improvement. All right, we're not going to restart. We're just going to move on. I can come back and get that. I got that B. Just a lot going on. All right, here we go. Solo. Takeoff, climb. All right, takeoff, climb until you reach 5,400 feet. Then a crosswind. Climb to 6,000. Once established on the downwind, 6,000. 80, prepare for landing, 80 knots, 10 degrees of flaps, enter the base. Okay. Final approach, 65. All right, let's do this. Here we go. Here we go. We're going to, first solo, we're going to go around the pattern here. And then that will be flight training here on Microsoft Flight Sim with an Xbox One S for Sunday here. Ooh, I need to use that smart cam. I just saw that hint there on the screen. I need to use that more. I need to use that. That would be beneficial. So okay, here we go.
It's time. Your first solo flight. I'll be watching from the ground in radio contact if you need me, but something tells me you won't. Your goal is to complete Sedona's left-hand traffic pattern on your own. Remember what we covered in our previous sessions, and you'll be just fine. Good luck. See you on the other side.
See you on the other side. Here we go. All right. $75, 55. Airspeed's alive. Here we go. 40 knots. We're airborne. Dial in some trim. Full throttle. Let's go ahead and accelerate 75 knots. Need a little bit more trim. Oh yeah, need a lot more trim. Ooh, that sensitivity on that joystick is just crazy. All right. Going to 5,000. It says 5,700, but on the graphic, I could have sworn it said 5,400, but we'll go 5,700. All right. Looking good. I like it. All right, everything's looking good. I'm hands off right now. Because of the torque, I think it's got a little bit of, needs a little bit of right rudder, which is kind of normal, but let's go ahead and keep climbing up here. All right, 5,300 feet. Like I said, Sedona here is at like 4,800 feet, so it's pretty high up there. Go ahead and just get a little bit more pitch. I probably usually be trim, but you can see that sensitivity on that joystick. Oh, yeah. All right, 5,400, look pretty good, 75 knots. A little slow here, got a little bit too much on the old climb. Accelerate here a little bit. Whoa, see that sensitivity in that, whew, man, that is crazy. Climb this. All right, we're going to 6,000 feet. We'll just go ahead and continue our climb up here. We're slow. Let's go ahead and accelerate. 75 knots. Keep our climb going. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and turn here. Looking good, like it. A little bit of down trim. Alright, I like this. We're pretty, like I said, hands off, we're stable here. A little bit of down trim. I'm not going to use the joystick, just use trim here. Got a little bit of a climb going on, but that's okay. We could actually probably come off the power just a little bit. Yep, come off the power still a little bit more. There we go. 030 on the heading. We're a little high. Let's go ahead and start a little bit of a descent here. So just 100 feet high, not too bad, not too bad. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, I'm using joystick, and that's bad news. Ought to be using trim more. Alright, we're on altitude now, so that's good. Just need to get back on speed a little bit here. Oh. Dialed in wrong trim there. Wrong trim. Alright, 6,000 feet. Still good. Alright, nice and stable here. Alright, here we go. Flaps coming in, 10 degrees. Maintain 6,000 feet, 80 knots. So dial in some power. We're gonna need, we know we're gonna need power. We know we're gonna need power. We got flaps now. Get the trim set back. With that added lift, got more of more where the plane wants to pitch up because that added lift. Looking good. I like it. I like what I see. I like what I see. Heading looks good. I like this. Yeah, we could use there's the airport back there, so looking good. Alright, let's go turn base to final. I'm going to go ahead now. Start coming back on the throttle. A little bit of up trim here. Alright, we're a little fast. Here we go. Final approach. Get our view here. Alright, I like it. I like what I see. Back to here. Alright, we need to shoot for 65 knots. Let's go ahead and dial in some more flap. Looking good. Alright. On final, we're going for that 65 knot bug here. Glide slope's coming in. Go ahead and get set up here. A little bit of up trim. Power. Power. What's up, Cat Maddie? I saw you jump in there. Alright, power. Looking good. A little low on glide. A little low on speed. Power. I'm not going to add any more flaps. Like this right here. A little slow from what she likes, but I'm going to maintain this here. Alright, let's come off the power. Alright, land a little long here. Hold it off, hold it off. Sensitivity on the joystick is working against me here just a little bit. Oh yeah, if that actually was my first solo in real life, I would take that. Oh yeah, that was a little squeaky right there. Yeah.
You did well, but you can do
Oh,
better. You're on your
that
way to
does not
becoming one
sound
hell of
good.
a pilot.
That does not sound good. Okay, got a B. I got a B. We got finished it with 2 B's here. So once you get everything going, then it becomes a lot more difficult, right? But got to work on the sensitivity, probably with the throttle and the joystick. It's just all, I mean, I'm hardly moving the joystick and stuff. I'm really flying pitch just with trim for doing anything. So gonna have to work on that. Cat Maddie, I'm glad you stopped by to say hello. I'll say good to see you. But yeah, I am now here on Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. We have completed here 90% master. What did I? All right, so that gave me those 2 B's there. Well, we got to work on getting that to 100%. I will probably work on that offline here while you guys are, doing something else here. I need to work on the joystick sensitivity and all that kind of stuff. That would probably improve the performance of that I can get out of there. It's just throttle feels weird. Joystick is way too oversensitive and all of that, but I am completely thrilled here with this. Let's go back to the main menu. Completely amazed at Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 here on the Xbox Series S. So what I think we're going to do here is I am going to just load up here, and let's just there is Sedona. Let's just go ahead before we leave here. Let's just go ahead and set up. So here is the world map. I mean, look at this. Look at this. I've flown. Cindy and I got married in Chino Valley. Here's where I learned to fly. Was Ernest A. Love Field, Cottonwood. Man, I've flown in. This is amazing. I mean, look at this performance. Look at you zoom in. So we're gonna go ahead and start right there. We'll go ahead and take we'll go ahead and do our own flight around the pattern here. That's what we're gonna do here. So let's just go ahead and get set up here in the aircraft. Let it load up. But I mean, haven't really flown with weather and stuff yet. So let's just go ahead. And do maybe just a little flight. Let's just take off. Let's just do a little flight to end this live stream here on Sunday. But this is now going to be my main live stream game here in the future. I am kind of rebranded the YouTube channel to make sure that it focuses mostly on the missions for Voyager, our new Camp Teardrop trailer that is all space themed. It's a little space capsule. We're going to explore planet Earth in that. And then we've got also then now Microsoft Flight Sim here on the Xbox Series S. And of course, one of the things that I also want to do is go ahead and get, not sure why the airplane's moving. Maybe that's just kind of what it does. I'm not really sure why it's going ahead. Okay, but then also waiting here for Kerbal Space Program 2. You can check that out here on my YouTube channel. So let's go ahead and get in the airplane. There we go. Oh, I see. It was just doing a little animation to get us on the airplane. So, all right. So here we go. Let's just go have a flight here, huh? All right. Let's go. I can kind of show you everything that comes. So you can look around. Pretty amazing. As you know, I've got my 2 kind of landing views to look over when we're, base to final and that kind of stuff right here. We've got the external views. I mean, look at this. Look at the performance. It's amazing. Oh, absolutely amazing. I don't think I really need 10 degrees of flaps. I don't really think so. So, all right, let's go back in the cockpit. All right, here we go. Oh, here on third person or external view, let's check the, all right, everything's free and clear. I like it. Back in the cockpit, throttle's coming in. Oh, parking brake is on. The game does that for me, I guess. Get back on center line. Full throttle, let's go. All right, we learned enough here from this right here, so we're gonna rotate at about 50 knots, climb out at 75, so airspeed is alive. All right, rotate. Pull in some trim here. Like I said, I'm flying this mostly with trim. I am now basically hands off the joystick. Just gonna go ahead and get this thing trimmed up to 75 knots, 70 knots. Right about in there maybe. That'll probably accelerate us maybe close to 75. Yeah, there we go. I like that right there. Look at that. I mean, look at this. This is just, it's absolutely amazing. So you've got this, the trigger or whatever button you want to dial in on this. What you can do is it's got this smart view. What it does is that it locks in on like the closest like, you know, what do you want to call it, thing, right? So those little dots out on the thing are telling you like over there's a little Montezuma, which is a little private airport. The one over here at 1 o'clock that I'm kind of turning toward here, that's Cottonwood. I've landed there. Up on the mountain is Jerome, which is a cool little artistic little place up on the mountain. Rode the motorcycle. That's where I almost killed myself, crashing my motorcycle back in the college days. So, but just, I mean, just crazy the performance of this on the Xbox Series S. I just, so if you are, I'm skeptical. I'll tell you, I'm skeptical when it came to the S or the X here in the Xbox Series. But if you are looking to get a Series model, unless you're some type of person that's just goo gaga crazy on performance and frame rate and all this kind of stuff, I mean, then go with the X. But the Series S here it is, right here. Here it is, folks, right here. I mean, just look at this. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. You can just imagine if I had something this, I mean, back in the day I was doing what, Flight Simulator 2000, I don't know what flight, yeah, FS 2000 came out just as I was in college and stuff. I can only imagine if I had that before I started college, if I had Kerbal Space Program when I was in aerospace school. So there is now a drone. I'm trying to remember what I had it key bound in. I think it's this right here. So here we go. This might get all goo gaga crazy here in just a moment, but I'm going to toggle the switch. All right, I think the airplane is now on its own. Yes, I am now in drone mode. Look at this. Look. Look at that. I mean, it gives me goosebumps. Look at this. Now, I don't have any nav on or anything like that, so that's why the plane's slowly turning, just from all the stuff. So now I've got to, oh no, okay, there it is. I need to go back into the cockpit. There we go. So I need to work on getting that squared away. So, all right, now I'm back in control. So you can have it where like the AI controls the airplane and stuff like that. So, and I'm not sure what it does. I don't know if I can get it to where it like maintains flight. I haven't really, but that drone is just, I think maybe I could set up views. So I could literally set the drone up over there and I could switch back, because I've got some, like I said, there's the instrument panel view that I figured that was kind of close to what it would be for like me personally if I was actually in the aircraft and I had to look forward at the instruments over the yoke, that's what it would look like. So But this is just amazing. Just amazing. So yeah, right there. That ridge right here, right in front of us. There's what is it, Highway 89A, I think it is. That goes up. There's a little town of Jerome that's out there. And this is what I'm actually thrilled about with this whole thing, is that how you can explore. This is like the new Google Earth. Ah. Wow. Gotta work on the sensitivity. I'm probably gonna fly. Like I said, I'm gonna pretty much focus on general aviation. We'll probably move into the military stuff. I'm not really gonna do commercial stuff. I mean, I might do, like, there's a citation jet. So I did my internship when I was at aerospace school at Embry-Riddle. I did my internship at Cessna Aircraft Company. So the flying the citation, but I'm just not into the big commercial stuff. There is a Airbus 320. There is Boeing 747. Just they're great. They're fun. They're neat. Highly automated. What I would much prefer is, actually, if I had a Cessna, this aircraft right here, if I had this aircraft, Cessna 172, but it also had an autopilot, that would be awesome. Now, I know that there is the new G1000 version, so the glass cockpit of the Cessna 172. That's great and all, but I like all the traditional analog dials and all that. I find it amazing. But of course, one of the things that I'm also going to have to look into here with Microsoft Flight Sim is flying online with other people. I see some streamers doing that, and that just looks like so much fun. But I haven't even figured out where that is. So, all right, so we are now coming up over Cottonwood. If I hit the trigger on the joystick, it focuses in on the closest, like a hot spot. I'm not really what they call them, points of interest. Yeah, points of interest, I think is what they call them. So it's actually looking down at Cottonwood. That's the closest point of interest. So the smart camera focuses on that. So yeah, I say we go ahead and we're almost like on a right base here for Cottonwood. I say we go ahead and just land at Cottonwood, huh? Right down there. I mean, look at that. We're almost on it. So let's go ahead and just come off the power. For reality, I'm going to need to program in on the throttle. I'm going to need to program in carb heat, which is right there in the center of the screen next to the throttle. I'll need to throttle in carb heat because, excuse me, I didn't get to mute there in time for that one. Need to program that carb heat in right there. So, hey, well, hello there. Hello, I'm Japanese. Hello, thumbs up because you are amazing. I have been to Kyoto. Freaking amazing place. So Kyoto was amazing. I got pictures at the little the Nintendo playing card building there. Went over and saw the monkeys. Went and saw the Imperial Palace because people told us to go to Kyoto, not Tokyo. I do want to go to Tokyo, but they told us to go to Kyoto because it was the historical and the Imperial Palace places, Imperial capital. Completely amazing, absolutely amazing. So, but we are here just on a descent now. We figure we were coming up here on Cottonwood. I have landed at Cottonwood in the real world. Let's go ahead and dial in some flaps here. Slow us down a little bit more. So we're on a very high base here to Cottonwood. You can see the airport out there. So there's one thing about, if you get into real flying or if you get into flight sims, one of the coolest things that you can do is just get the simulators, practice. See what happens. So here we are. We kind of just go ahead and made a determination that there's Cottonwood out there over the dash. Looking good. So let's go ahead and dial in or notch your flaps. See what happens, huh? Not even change the trim settings or anything. We're on a really nice base here. I like it. Let the airplane do its thing. Just let it do its thing. That's the thing. Most people think you gotta like fly an airplane or something like that. No, 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 no. The airplane flies, right? No, it's not. It's Novid. So, oh, it is a absolutely beautiful city, and more importantly, the people there were just equally as beautiful. We had a great time. It was me and Aunt Cindy and my nephew Jack. We took our nephew because he was studying Japan in high school, so we took him. So, all right. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna come over here and we're gonna do a left 270. We'll just maintain terrain avoidance here. So we're gonna come past the airport. Let me go ahead and show you what we're gonna do. Oh, went the wrong way. So we're gonna go past. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and start a left 270 here. Go back in the cockpit here. There, we got 2 notches of flaps here. You live in Tokyo? Yeah, it's around 65 knots. Everything's looking really good. Yeah, it was a beautiful place. Beautiful place. Guess we could fly over there at Microsoft Flight Sim, huh? Maybe that's what I'll think about doing here, so. Alright, not sure where the airport's at, but we got this smart thing so we can see it. Okay, it's off the left wing coming in. Yeah, this smart view, that's a really neat feature that they did here. It's actually really neat because I just pull the trigger and then it shows me where the closest airport is. And you can turn off which ones you want. How are we doing? 65 knots, I like it. We got 2 notch of flaps already. Airport's coming into view. Oh, we overshot, so let's go ahead and get onto. Looking really good, look at that. That's not too bad. That little left 270 we did. So yeah, out here at 10 o'clock up on that mountain ridge up there, that's a little town of Jerome. Alright, let's do for 65 knots here. That's what the instructor's been telling us all day. 65 knots. There we go. Go dial in just a little bit of nose up trim. Get the attitude going. We're a little slow, but not too bad. Not too bad. We've got it going on here. We've got it going on. Alright, I like it. I really like it. Gotta keep, you know, don't start pulling up too early here. Everything's looking real good here. There's a hump right down there in the middle of the runway, huh? Alright. Idle. Oh, see how that, oh man, I tell you, that sensitivity in the joystick is gonna be literally gonna be the death of me here in the flight sim. It's way too sensitive. I'm hardly moving the joystick. There we go. Let's hold that wheel off a little bit. Nice. Well, that was a fun little flight here. Nothing, you know. Go ahead and slow it down. I'm looking for a taxiway here. Alright, cousin, I'm looking for a taxiway. Okay, it's coming up. Gotta keep going. Let's go ahead and bring up the flaps. Flaps are coming up. There we go. Whoa, 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 whoa. These brakes are... Oh, I gotta learn the brakes. Brakes are not really, Ooh, they're not very strong brakes at all. Alright, looks like we're coming up here. We're clear. Alright. Ooh, that. What? Check this out. There's people walking around. Huh. I think there's a lot more to this that I'm going to have to figure out here. Well, let's go park over here by the fuel, huh? I'm not sure if we actually need fuel. I haven't even looked at the fuel gauges. There it is, November 3-6, Uncle Mike. There we are. And our little livery here of whatever this is, for a Cessna 152. All right, huh? That way, if we do need fuel. All right, let's go ahead. Oh, check that out! All right, let me put on the brakes. All right, brakes are on. That is cool. I never need. This is new. This is new right here. So Hikoki? Hikoki? Is that how you pronounce that? Hikoki? Alright, so we're at the fuel spot here. Okay, great. Let's go ahead and go inside the cockpit. Let's go ahead and shut her down, huh? So I don't have anything programmed in yet for mixture. So I've got to do that here with the... Fill the fuel. Oh, that's amazing. All right, let's hide the yoke. Let's how do we turn off? Okay, turn off the keys. All right. What else we got here? Turn off the. What is this? Oh, a logbook. Oh, wow. Okay, that's cool. All right. Well, this is kind of tough to. Might need to get a mouse or something like that. All right, parking brake is set. Everything is off. Flaps are up. Is there a fuel selector? Yes. Turn the fuel off. All right, let's hit this drone camera. Check this out. All right, I'm gonna need to make it maybe go a little faster. I'm not really sure. Look at this. Absolutely amazing. Okay. I mean, seriously. Take a look at this. I mean, I don't even know if we can, if the drone has got a altitude, you know, like a height restriction. Look at this. Again, Xbox Series S. Hey, see ya. Uh-huh. Bye-bye. Thanks for stopping by. Look at this. Right out of the box. Get rid of this thing. Right out of the box. Standard Edition Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 Xbox Series S Wi-Fi connection. Absolutely amazing. Well, thanks for joining. Hey, make sure you go check out my YouTube channel. It's kind of morphing into some new things. I have created a Flight Simulator 2020 on the Xbox Series S playlist, which will be one of the showcase playlists on my YouTube channel. Also, I've got my Voyager missions, which are our travel videos, because we have a little teardrop trailer named Voyager, where we're going to start exploring planet Earth in that little trailer. And so Voyager, she is space themed, so check out that. Also, that showcase playlist on my YouTube channel. I'll continue to also do some funny YouTube shorts, so please check those out. And all those videos, including this one, make sure you click that like button and give this a thumbs up. And please, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Once I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'll let you know that there is some new functionality that opens up for me on YouTube. So, still having a great time. But yeah, please check out my YouTube channel. If it like the video, give those videos a thumbs up. If you really like my channel overall, then please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It does help out with new functionality at 1,000 subscribers. So, thumbs up, because you are amazing. I'm your favorite YouTuber's favorite uncle. I am Uncle Mike Mike. Have a great Sunday, everybody. Bye.